about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Sandra and we're going to do another date night makeup look. My husband and I had a spur of the moment decision. This is something that we've never done because we've never actually had a babysitter other than my mom. So we have friends of a friend of a friend and their daughter is going to be babysitting for us tonight. So I'm a little nervous about it, but we're like a couple seconds away. So I mean, if anything were to happen, we can just run right back and it's not a big deal. So we're going to try having a babysitter, and I'm nervous, but Chad would love to have the opportunity to go out with me, and we haven't had a date night. We had one last weekend, but it seems like every single time we go out together, it's not busy. But when I go out by myself, it's busy. So it's really, really weird. So what we're going to do is do a quick makeup look. I'm not doing foundation. I just haven't been feeling foundation for the last little bit. I'm going to start with my my Innbeauty project Extreme Cream, and this is because I have not moisturized today. I was out in the sun a little bit today, and I was reading my book, and you know what, I had a pretty enjoyable day. It is the first, which means for me it's like the analytics and my review, because it's like, you know, June 1st. So review for the month, review for the previous week, because it is the end of the week. Tomorrow is the last day of the week for me. So I had to do a whole bunch of things, and I'm glad it's done. And I had to do like budget review and all that jazz. So I'm gonna prime with my One Size Secure the Glow primer. I have really been enjoying this as well. It's been a really good primer to go in with. Okay, that is done. Now I'm just gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go off camera and do eyebrows really quickly. I know it's like, I usually don't do that first, but I'm gonna quickly do that. We'll be right back. Okay guys, so I took the opportunity to line my eyes as well. On the waterline, so upper and lower, I used first this shade. It's an Annabelle Kohl eyeliner. I got it from the drugstore. It's 75 Violet, but it's almost more of a plum color. And then because it didn't really show up and it wasn't terribly dark, I added Morphe color pencil in Dark Room, which is black, on the waterlines on top of it. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to touch up a little bit underneath the eyes just to cover the dark circles. Just a tiny bit of concealer around my nose to cover up my veins, but about the same amount of product I used the previous night. Remember, I have already primed, so hopefully this will be okay. I'm going to use my little brush and do it around my nose first. And then I blend it in with my finger. I'm going to add a little bit of product to cover up my spot over here, but I will be bronzing again. And I don't think I'll be using, I think I'll use powder bronzer. I really feel like, I mean, I think cream products are amazing for their blendability, but I think if you are unsure about using products in general, like if you're not really familiar with makeup, I feel like cream products are really a good choice because they're very forgiving and they're very blendable. So like you might think, oh my gosh, I've added way too much, but actually you can blend it and you won't even know. You know, all those crazy videos when you watch like Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, whatever, when people do that whole blending and they've got this makeup all over their face and crazy patterns, they blend it out. You don't even, like, it's not even that big of a deal, you know. I don't like that much product on my face. I think it's overkill. I don't think you need that much. You don't need that much makeup. And I mean, I'm not going to be a bigot. When I was younger, I used more makeup. I mean, it's something that we do, right? I'm going to set those areas. I'm actually going to use my highlighter brush here. It's weird, but I don't have a brush small enough for the under eye area. So just a little bit, those areas. Our babysitter just informed me that she's going to be here, like she's heading over here shortly. So want to get my makeup done at least before she gets here so that I can familiarize her with the house and stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my Fenty Beauty. I really like this one better than my... Ooh. I like this one better than my other bronzers simply because it doesn't have shimmer. It's matte and it's warm, so you still get the whole bronzing effect, but without the extra glimmer, right? So I do have a lot of bronzers that have that glimmer, and some people love that, and it's amazing in certain lights. But for me, because I'm not an oily girl, like I don't really have that going on. So this is what we're doing. We don't use tons of shimmer. So first what I do is I add bronzer where the sun would hit me first, and then I'm using a fairly small brush here to be a little bit more concentrated in where I add product. And then I'm going to go in with my really large fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend it out and then blend a little bit more product down towards like this area, because my skin is really, really tanned right now, and I feel like I just don't need all this, like, I don't know. And I'm wondering with my lips if I should keep them the color that they are. I always like using product. I like using like lip stuff. But as soon as I add a lip gloss, it changes the color of my lips. And I feel like I have a really nice color of lip. Like everyone's lip color is different. I may not think so, but it is. It's different color. Like even this pink is nice, but like I like the color of my natural lip. Let's see. It's nice to have a moisturized lip though. And this is the Bare Minerals Mineralist Lip Balm Gloss, and the shade is Serenity. All right, next. Eyebrows are done. Eyeshadow. I was thinking of using an eyeshadow. I do have some here because since I lined my eyes, I've got a plan for that. I'm going to like gently shade my eyes. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This is like everybody and their mother had this palette. So I'm going to be very blendy. I'm going to be very imprecise with this. I'm going to go into burnt orange right here. And we're going to add this to the crease. And I'm using a fluffy brush. Like this isn't like a small brush. It's like a pretty fluffy, you know, just a general blendable brush here. And I did not add eye primer, so I probably should have. It did not happen. It's okay. So I've added some color there. And I'm going to add just a tiny bit of Rustic, which is this brown color, on the outside corner. Not too much, just a tiny bit. Bring it into the crease. And just on the outside corner to give my eyes some shape, some definition. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the shade. Glistening with my finger. It's this kind of like goldy color here. And I'm just going to add some of this on my lid, but very, very gently. So I'm adding it with one finger and then blending it with my pinky finger. Same on this. I don't need a whole bunch, just a little bit to like add a little bit of color. Now I could go into rose pink and then blend out the bottom. You can see here that it's making a little bit of a mess. It's because I have my concealer on down there. So I'm going to use my concealer brush to wipe that away. But I found a really pretty color in the Norvina palette. Again, Anastasia. I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is actually a Morphe brush. I rarely ever use Morphe. This is an M321. It's like a pencil brush, but it's really fat and chunky. So I'm going to go back in with my concealer brush, wipe away that liner. So it's going to look all dark underneath my eyes now. It's okay. Let's blend up here a little bit. Use that concealer brush. And then I'm going to take this pencil brush and dip into Celestial. It's this really pretty purple sparkle. Tap off the brush and press this into the lower lash line. And so once you set this with shadow, it's not going to move around too much. And then you can blend it down a little bit, and it's really pretty, especially when you blend it into that liner. Okay, and then because my eyeshadow is already done, I'm going to line the upper lash line. And I'm actually going to take that original brush with the brown on it and just blend that purple out a bit down here. Okay, so we're going to line the upper lash line. And before we do eyes, let's spray our face. I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter. You know, I haven't even done blush yet. Let's do blush first, because if I don't, it's not going to look good. I'm going to use my Dior Rosy Glow 012 Rosewood. So this is like that blue-pink blush everyone was talking about, but in the shade Rosewood instead. I'm going to use my blush brush. It's the same brush from yesterday. And add it on the apples of my cheeks, up to my temples, a little bit on the nose. It kind of gives a really pretty glow on top of that bronze. Okay, and then we're going to spray the face. And I notice I'm doing this before mascara. Whew, really damp. Okay, we're going to quickly do mascara and lashes off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, eyelashes are on. I think that looks pretty good. Tonight, I'm actually going to use my Mary Lou, because I haven't used this in a long time either. I'm going to add a little bit on my nose. Add a little bit there, a little bit there. I'm also going to add some on the inner corner and maybe under the brow. A clean pencil brush here. Just like that, and I think we're done. Blush kind of like melted into my face, but I'm okay with that. I think it looks really pretty. I'm just going to use that brush again and blend underneath my eye. There we go. I think it looks really good. I'm not going to touch it anymore. I think it's good. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this look, please give the video a thumbs up. If you are new or have not yet subscribed, I would love if you would do that. Click on the bell button to be notified when I upload new videos, and I will see you guys again shortly. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we